few moments later.
I find it be unnecessary for people to slander characters based on strength, who are obviously narratively foreshadowed to be strong. If you are one of those people that slandered Thragg for his voice, then it's about time you submitted an apology. I understand why Thragg had to be slandered, but people started using it to underestimate his whole character. All his yet-to-be animated feats are right there. The same case happened with Yuji and Deborah from JJK Modulo, which was even more stupid. Yuji and Deborah are literally written to be narratively Gojo and Sukuna of their timeline, but people were too brain dead to go ahead anyway. I don't know whether these people think in one direction, because didn't these guys ever think of the fact that these characters they're slandering would obviously be showing feats soon?
Which they did.
All three of these guys beat the fraud allegations in the best ways they could, but for this video, I'm talking about Thragg because he's the subject of the video and the most recent example. Invincible's power scaling is very bad, so I can't really be concrete on the general feats because they're inconsistent.
Power scaling annoys me.
This explains a lot. Thragg is still the strongest, I suppose, and for now, he hasn't been a victim to inconsistent power scaling, so let's dive in. The biggest disappointment in this episode is Stadius's death. He had so much potential, man.
Megumi slander will not be tolerated in the comment section.
This man had the audacity to behead Socrates. Thragg better not die anytime soon, because if he does, he's gonna spend his afterlife being questioned and rage-baited. We all know Nolan was 100% cooked when Thragg started airbending out of nowhere. You couldn't help but pause the screen and think about Nolan's fate. At some point, Nolan had the same facial expression as the time Debbie rejected his apology. Omni-Man's been getting too much karma for what he's done in the past, and it was so serious that Mark asked him,
How do we beat him?
Mark was very confident that he could beat him, and even mentioned killing Conquest. Sorry man, but Conquest and this man aren't really comparable. Also, the writers gotta keep this freaky PDF away from Mark. I hate Anissa as a character. I don't want to say much about her in this video, but if you like this woman, then I assure you, your switch up will be generational. I don't read the Invincible comics, but the kind of things I've seen, she is not likable. Anyway, Mark got beaten by Thragg. Honestly, not a surprise. Honorable mention, Oliver, step up and collect your victim award. Oliver Slender has to be saved for last, because why not? This kid was the most confident in the fight, which makes him an idiot. You deserve every beatdown you're getting, Oliver. I wonder why Oliver is even allowed to fight anyone. Debbie and Mark could have left him off at school with regular kids. He's just not built for anything. Tech Jacket isn't a powerhouse, but she's likably sensible. Lil Bro jumped at full confidence. This meme describes Oliver at this moment. He didn't learn his lesson from the last time after Conquest used his to play basketball. Let's watch and see how the fight goes. Wow, he got cooked. What a surprise. I don't see why Oliver found this fight jaw-dropping, like he hasn't played these games before. Well, actually, it's the other way around. If Oliver keeps up this behavior, then we might sign a petition for his next beatdown to be under the sea so he gets embarrassed in front of the crustacean huzz. Now, I'm done yapping about his victims. Let's talk about the main reason for the slander. His voice. Invincible's poor animation, wasting budget on A-list celebrities, and power scaling inconsistencies are very valid things to complain about, but for the fans that are saying he doesn't sound like the comics, that's not valid. I understand what these people are trying to say. The voice isn't what people were expecting, but the way they put it is the worst way to put it. Not sound like the comics just means the comics can talk, which doesn't make any sense. I randomly saw Thragg wearing Battle Beast as drip. It's disrespectful, and it also makes it clear that he's not a joke. I talk about random stuff, so